Woo. Oh, I'm out. Hello guys and welcome back to my sewing room. Today's video is slightly different than the ones I've been making lately. It's not so much a sewing project video, but it is one that I've been looking forward to making. I have bought a dress form and I wanted to pad it up to my size. The challenge though, I have quite a long back and that is something I will have to address in this dress form in order to make it functional for me to craft patterns and drape garments for my own use. So in today's video I'm going to show you guys the process of reshaping this dress form. I watched a lot of videos by other creators on YouTube where they've done similar things, so I have drawn some inspiration from them, but I've also had to sort of figure this out a bit on my own, basically because there aren't that many videos where people do anything to the height measurements of the dress form. So that is something I had to figure out for myself. So that is this video. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's jump into the project. I'm gonna first measure her and see what we specifically need to change and then see how we're actually going to go about doing it. So what I bought so far is 2 shoulder pads, because one thing that I have to change is the length of her back. And after seeing other YouTubers do similar things, I've concluded that I think the way to change the length of her back is to build up her shoulders a bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I've also measured and just figured out that by doing that I can pretty much get the length of everything right. So I think it's the upper part of my back which is longer. So I have these to put like on top of the padded shoulder, and I have bought a lot of this, what's it called? It's like a really yucky polyester you put into cushions and so on. I've never done this before, so this is totally new to me. I've seen some videos of people doing it, so I have like a general idea, but one thing I've seen some people do that I can't really do is use a steamer to get everything to sort of lay flat and compress a bit. I don't have that. So I'm going to use the tools that I have available and we'll take it from there. So first of all, measuring. Woo. My back measure is 44 centimeters and hers is 36. So I have to build quite a bit to get her up to my back length. So basically she won't have a neck when we're done. I think that's fine. Her bust measure, last time I checked, is pretty much the same as mine. Pretty much, I'll build on it a bit. Her waist measure is not like mine. And I think I have a slightly wider hip measure, yeah. For the padding of the waistline, I'm probably gonna pad most here because I don't have this dramatic cinched waist that she has, and pad here and here. I'm gonna start building the shoulders and then we'll see how we fare. Woo! Curious to see how this is eventually going to look. I think the difficult thing will be to get this transition nice. This looks so weird. I'm not sure how this is gonna look, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it will turn out wonderfully. I'm just going to mark on her neck where the finished edge should be, and that is way up here. We have a ways to go because I want this to really be compressed. It looks so weird right now. It sort of looks like I'm just piling on. I'm curious to see if she will actually keep the shape or not. I think in that respect it would be better to have something a bit harder, like a chunk of something underneath, and then smooth it out with this material. I have some actual styrofoam that I thought about using for this, just to give it a bit more body. I'm gonna take some of this off and we'll see. I like that better because you see when I do this, it sort of stops somewhere. It doesn't just go all the way through. I really do feel like it helps. I think maybe this would suffice though. I'm just gonna get some like heavy duty tape and try to like tape it down, because I'm not sure how else I would make it keep this shape. Alright, so we have this. I've seen people cover themselves in this to make a dress form. I'm sure it works. I'm not like making fun of people doing that, because I'm all for using what you have. But it looks terrifying to me, so. The bad part about this is when you put the needles in, they might actually get some glue on them, which I'm not a big fan of, but this looks so funny. Okay, but I think, honestly, I kind of think it works though. Don't use this video as like a guide to how to do this. This is just me trying stuff I've seen and some stuff that I'm not seeing, and just let's see how that works. This is so much harder than I thought it would be. I wasn't under the illusion that it would be easy, but people are always like, just buy a small dress form and pat it up to size, and I was like, okay. And this was so much more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. I'm gonna continue tweaking on this and just put some tape along the back here as well. I've never seen anyone use tape like this in padding up a dress form, but I don't know how I would get the effect otherwise, so we're doing it. Starting to get there. Let's leave it at that. It's starting to get there. It could have been worse. Honestly, I think we'll be happy with the shoulders for now. It does look, her profile looks a bit weird though, but maybe mine does as well. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I'm gonna pad her stomach area, and as I mentioned before, I'm gonna pad her on the sides a bit more than the front, I think. That's kind of good, actually. I think it's okay if I again do some tape and cinch it a bit, compress it. Oh, I'm out. I have these pair of pantyhose that I never use. I think I'm gonna use it to kind of compress the padding, but I'm gonna do the booty first. Actually, I'm seeing that I have to pad the breast area a bit more as well. This looks insane. Okay, but I still think it's gonna work. I hope it's gonna work. I am trying to get this pantyhose on over here. Okay, I think that works. I'm also thinking about using this as a bra that I never use anymore. It doesn't fit perfectly, but at least I feel like it would help hold things in place. In retrospect, if I was to do one thing differently so far, it would be to just, because there is a dress form cover on this dress form underneath here. So in retrospect, maybe I could have padded under that and just draw that over just to smoothen things out a bit. I'm not gonna do that now just because it takes too long. What I'm gonna do instead is to do like a double cover on top. I did like a test yesterday. It didn't really work out the way I envisioned, so I'm gonna make a different one, but I'm gonna use this still and have it underneath. So I'm gonna still sew this together, draw it over, but do a second layer on top of that. So I'm just gonna overlock the edges of the cover that I made yesterday and just stitch that together, draw it over, see if that helps us along the way of smoothing things out. So that's the plan. So I'm just gonna try to get that on. And just to let you guys know, I do not have a pattern for this. I took some measurements off the bust or the dress form, and I took away a lot at the width to accommodate the stretch of the material and to make sure that this pushed a bit in on the dress form. Not sure where this came from. Oh well. I have to say though, I think it looks kind of nice. It's better than I feared for sure. And it does smooth things out a bit. She still has this sort of back roll, but I think that's true to form. So the shoulder is a bit wonky, but I'm not sure how much we can do. Oops, didn't mean to take that off. Sorry, sweetheart. So I'm just gonna try to fill in a bit on the back here to make sure she doesn't like cave in here. Alright, so this is the front. I've drafted it on just one half here. I'm gonna fold this over and cut it as one piece. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna pin the front and the back to one another and just sew down the sides on both. I finished the final cover, so I'm really excited now to try this on. I just have to make sure that I find the correct front and back. Let's see here. By the way, I'm sorry for the squeaking. I'm gonna see if I can do something about that. But as for right now, we'll just have to deal with it. Okay, I'm quite happy with this. So this isn't ideal. Something's happening here. I should have rounded this off more. I left it a bit too pointy, I think. But other than that, I feel like it really helped to add a second layer. I think that works. She is by no means perfect. I mean, first off, she doesn't have a neck, but I knew that would be a thing and it's fine. Second of all, she still has like bolts from the bra that I put on her. I'm not sure I can pin everywhere, but okay, pin test. I'm quite happy with this. Twinsies? Yeah? No? I think making her taller is a lot harder than just filling out here and there, but I think it turned out well in the end. I'm gonna pad her a bit more, I think, especially around like the lower part of the bust, because she's quite flat there. So if you guys like this video, please leave a like below. If you guys like to see more of these types of videos, please consider subscribing, because that is super helpful. If you guys have any suggestions for names for this pretty lady, please leave a comment below and I'll take those into consideration. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.